First news headlines. Chief Minister in Bahrain emphasizes need for people to understand merits, demerits of border fencing, says fencing work will not be taken up until border issues resolved. Chief Minister Bahrain urges people to start protection of environment with oneself. Incessant rain affects normal life, causes landslides in Noni, Tamenglong districts. And Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee distributes relief items to 69 evicted families of Waitho. Hello and a very good evening. Welcome to Mami TV English News Bulletin. I'm KABITA TONGBRAM. Chief Minister in Bahrain has stressed the need for people of the state to thoroughly understand the merits and demerits of border fencing and assured that the border fencing work will not be taken up until border issues are resolved. The Chief Minister was responding to query of media persons at the flag-off ceremony of e-rickshaw roadshow at Kangla Western Gate today, stressing the need for the people to understand the merits and demerits of border fencing. He opined that one of the reasons behind demographic imbalance in the state is due to lack of proper fencing on 390-kilometer stretch of Indo-Myanmar border. He also assured that the fencing work will not be taken if there is any border dispute and will be taken up only after the dispute is settled.
Border pillar kisi kano nida ikoina hana dagi hanjan yengabani moigi kano singna villager singna di yayamu hai yadiyamu hai masi little bit political adubu kano ni masi nation to nation country mogi ponina yade di matam khra lep kini yara kanda muk tawni adu tawraga maina dum hana dai sulai adu fencing tawdabana khoida mangjabse fencing tawgabana khoida mangjabaga fencing gi khara sayinaba adisida khara solution to resolution gibaga ani sigi di merit and merit mayan khalaninge ai khoida bujing laiba khoigi imbalance tawge hariba mayam se fencing ji kilometer chahum ga Mogra muksi pura free thado ga thamba laibadagi neba aduna masi demerit ne merit khana ningi adu bakoi dispute later de khoi this settle to dri baba laiga khangani adu settle toro thabuk torgani.
Replying to query on the contentious Agnipat scheme, Chief Minister Bahrain stated that the scheme launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi is a significant one. It is one of the steps of the Indian government in view of the current geopolitical scenario across the world. The scheme will strengthen the defense of India with recruitment of young and fit personnel, he said, and termed the rising protests against the scheme as unfortunate.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji ki makha da lokolai be pochi fai afaba poni army sing the joint over adugi joint tore haidina 4 years the moigi tumina thamde 10 plus sanga kana moi 12 pass of certificate p adu 12 pass to matunga moi lem na thamde haiba sing du state government lai sing state the moigi security force police khangde mr khangde arb khangde wherever moigi accommodate tongna bagi priority p ni haibagi scheme lai geopolitical scenario nei na da yaroi China Pakistan neighboring countries sing na tawreba posika khoi gi lairiba India gi lairiba defense personnel sing sigi hanagi lairiba siga younger generation more energetics Kangbu Singh, Kari Mayam, Hen, Mapangal Kalamba Defense Force, Mathok Tai, and I Kogi Motor, the miner, filter away. Pamasango Pangro to Oshim Karino, she did the education of Gushimarum Gaino. Ha, exactly. You singer Nak the number Sango Haggard of Sunate, Masida the agitator of Gambu's eating in. I'm really surprised. Heidi. Sang they are compulsory canonate hariba. Yum the para police na purga requit over the material. Those who want can join, those who doesn't want. Kari, see the Woogie issues Hagatu, my uncle happy on issues Hagar from Reversible.
Chief Minister TONGBRAM has called upon the people to start protecting environment with oneself instead of advising others on the same. The Chief Minister was speaking at the flagging off ceremony of a roadshow of e-rickshaw organized by E-Rickshaw Workers Union, Manipur from Kangla Western Gate today. Speaking further, Chief Minister TONGBRAM expressed concern over the drastic climate change and global warming and emphasized the need to take up immediate steps to control the changing climatic condition to protect the environment. Pointing out that Mother Nature does not need humankind but it is indispensable for human survival, he said that the government has been taking various steps to protect the environment. Stating that the step to replace petrol, diesel vehicles with e-vehicles is very timely, the Chief Minister continued that the government is putting efforts to replace two-wheelers and three-wheeler vehicles in Imphal areas with e-vehicles to control noise and air pollution. Besides, e-charging points will be set up at different places to recharge the e-vehicles, he added.
How it is happening? It is the nature, climate change. Suddenly, no, she satin here at I. There is satin here at I. She put me up, pollution. Emission, ki ma'am, they will see put me up. What the Masamasa have? And the Masamasa gets a boy in him. I don't know. Let's see, P.S. Pigna, E-rickshaw, Samsani, no one over there. Let's see. Public ma'am, the message my reasoning. Madam, the global warming share. Must control the Nabaki Kari Rakarnai, I call Isa and Manga Targa for Rakati. Farmanushi the noise pollution. I think it how petrol, diesel, Shinabaki, live pollution. Madhumayam looking at the auto rickshaw, support or river. Electric vehicles, electric vehicles, they never own it. Kari from Sana Modern nature, modern nature doesn't need us, but we need the modern nature. Mother nature
Mahud Minister Y. Kemchan also attended the flagging off ceremony. Normal life has been affected in None and Tamenglong districts as incessant rains lashed parts of the state for the past few days. The water level of rivers in the districts are reportedly flowing at warning level. Besides, trees were uprooted in several areas of the districts, snapping power cables, resulting in outages, while many areas have been submerged. The incessant rains have also triggered landslides and caused damage to roads between Khongsang and Irong and between Tupul and Kaifundai villages along National Highway number 37. Meanwhile, vehicular movement has been restricted due to another landslide on road leading to Rengpang from Bishnupur via Khopum. Another landslide was also reported between Rangpang and Tokdaijang villages. There have been reports of mudslide and landslide between Tamenglong Rangkung, Tamenglong Tausem Lambi and Tamenglong Tamai roads as well. In None district, many paddy fields and Khopum areas have been submerged, while rivers in None and Tamenglong districts, namely Ijai, Irul, Irang, Barak, Makru and Laimatak rivers, are reportedly flowing at warning level. Wangkhem Block Congress Committee and Lilong Block Congress Committee, under the supervision of Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee (MPCC), distributed relief items to 69 evicted families of Lilong Usoipopi to Waithau areas on the occasion of the 52nd birthday of Rahul Gandhi today. The relief items were distributed to the evicted families taking shelter at a relief center at Lilong College. Speaking at the function attended by different MPCC leaders, President of MPCC, MLA K. Megachandra, urged the government to convert into action the assurance made by Chief Minister TONGBRAM to build houses for the evicted families if they are found to be totally landless. He further mounted pressure on the government to provide compensation to all the evicted families, even though the eviction drive was conducted in the interest of the state. Stating that providing essential items to these evicted families is government's responsibility, he maintained that people's rights must not be violated. Further urging the government to listen to the grievances of the families, Megachandra demanded translation of Chief Minister's assurances to the people into action to alleviate their hardship.
Waithau Sangum Sang area, protected area ni haina Singyada Sorok Bayada Taba Khara, Toki Base, Masi Gamari Lenana, Amuksu, Ocean Amadi, Adumaklay, Ibadi Masigi, Sinsang Pareng Sida, allotment Pibanataba, Bata Pibanataba Mayam, Atopa Krasulay. Aduna, Atatai Oina, Tauba, Amakak, Udabasunate, Aduna Masisu, Sakargi, Perekarino, ID, Atamduda. 1975 ta Indira Gandhi matamdugi Prime Minister India gi oibirambana 20 point program gi makha da pi giba allotment pi graba adagi pata pi graba singdudi adumati aikoi adum leirani aduga atopa jaga mayam su protected area sing sida leibasing sigina adi aikoi gi lilongi jaga khara dagi wanghingbi jaga khara da mayam khana neidadana tawgi base basi gi awa basi phok mayong dariba mayam singse sarkar na karamba step lokhat pirige haibasi masu koi khana.
The relief items include 20 bags of rice, 10 bags of pulses, 4 potato bags, among others. Unknown miscreants exploded bomb at a house at Thangwaiban Lorongpura Laikai under Imphal police station last night around 7:40. However, no casualty was reported in the blast. According to the information from the incident site, the bomb, which was hurled at the residence of one Hizam Ibungo, 75, exploded around 7:40 last night. No casualty was reported in the blast. However, shrapnel from the explosion damaged parts of a nearby shop. Upon receiving the information of the blast, a combined team of Imphal West Police Commando and Imphal Police Station rushed to the blast site and searched for clues. An FIR has been registered and investigation has begun. The bomb is expected to be a local made grenade. A month-long theatre workshop on Moirang Parva kicked off at Iboyaima Shumanglila Shanglane Palace Compound, Imphal today. The theatre workshop is jointly organized by Manipur State Sumanglila Council and Theatre Mirror, Imphal. President of Manipur State Cooperative Union L. Tombi Pishak, President of Manipur State Sumanglila Council M. Purnimasi, and lifetime President of Manipur State Sumanglila Council P.H. Gunachandra graced the launching program as the chief guest, president, and guest of honor respectively. Speaking on the occasion, L. Tombi Pishak said there is no school of Sumanglila in Manipur, and it won't be an overstatement to say the training program, which is being held for the 28th time, is the only platform to learn Sumanglila. He also said that Sumanglila is the art form which promotes the true art and culture of the state. Taking part in the event, project director of the workshop, Naba Warepa, said the training program is being organized to set up a repertory based on true concept and philosophy of Sumanglila. He also sought support from the government to set up the repertory. A combined team of Bishnupur Police Commando and Moirang Police arrested a woman along with 36 grams of heroin number 4 from Folzang Ward number 8 area last afternoon. According to police report, the team under the supervision of Additional ASP Operations Ronnie Mayengbam and Additional ASP Law and Order Satyam Takilambam, under the overall guidance of ASP Bishnupur and Herojit Maite, arrested the woman during a checking and frisking operation in Folzang Ward number 8 area around 2:30 last afternoon. The team seized 3 soap cases containing 36 grams of heroin from the woman identified as Menkohoy, 62, wife of Saitang Haukip of Songdo village under Henglep subdivision in Churchanpur district. The arrested person along with the seized items has been handed over to Moirang police station for further necessary legal action. Sub-Inspector SI of Imphal West Police, Laikram Lenin, has stated that police personnel are also social beings with emotions and sentiments and have families of their own. As such, they too have the desire to extend help to the needy, he said. He was speaking at a distribution program of essential items to senior citizen home at TONGBRAM Laikai in connection with a reunion of Manipur Police ASI 2007 batch today. Speaking at the reunion held at East Garden at TONGBRAM Laikai, SI Lenin said the help was extended to senior citizen home with contribution made by personnel of the 2007 batch. They will continue to extend help to the needy in the coming years, he said.
ASI 2007 batch mayamsina punna punjaraga mamang 2019 dagi mathang sumja tharakpone do 20 ga 21 ga je akhoi gi cabinet maram or kanda akhoi siguma mateng pangbai thabok se ngamjahudre adu handak ki se akhoina sigumba akhoi gi reunion tawbudana tana asigi akhoi old age home gumba adagi children home gumba da akhoina ngamjaba khara mateng pangbagi thabok se akhoi gi mayam wana basida da akhoina ngamjaba khara khak sipai mo thana mo oina akhoi ju wabanina warajaraga su akhoina ngamjaba khara khak mateng pangjage haiduna mafum se lakjabani haiba sigumba mateng pangjaba si akhoi mayam punna akhoi gi leiba akhoi gi training base da yawminariba akhoi kalik mayam sina punna pangthongina bani akhoi mathang chei da ju sidagi hena chauna tawbu ngamnaba hona jage aduna masida mayam nasu sojo pina biu sipai thana se mayam su lana lobo hekta oi adu akhoi sidi sipai thana gi da natana mayam society sida on bam khak purokna bogi da mokta akhoi ju mioi ba mane akhoi ju awana khangi akhoi ju isu cha mai pa loi lei tabu akhoi sida han leibiri mayam sida akhoi ngamjaba khara akhoi mayam khaina raga singulaba ngasigi old age home da akhoi mateng pangmugi thabak ase union sigi tanja asi logjaraga akhoi ngasi pangthokjabane.
A bike rally by social activist and international model Diana Mayanglambam, flagged off by Minister of State for Education and External Affairs Dr. R.K. Ranjan from India Gate, New Delhi on June 14, reached Kekropad, Imphal yesterday. The bike rally was carried out in remembrance of the martyrs and reminding the world the paramount sacrifices of the sons and daughters of Manipur who laid down their lives in the June uprising 2001, protesting against the agreement between Government of India and NSC and IM on ceasefire extension without territorial limit. Diana offered floral tribute to the martyrs at the memorial site at Kekropad yesterday. Now it's time for a short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Welcome you all to UNACO Residential School at Chanung, Imphal East. An exclusive co-education residential school located on a sprawling 50-acre campus will be affiliated to CBSE New Delhi. First academic session will begin in April 2023 for classes 4 to 8. Hurry up for registration.
Nirma Computer Academy and Human Technologies. Admission open for 1-year diploma in computer application, DCA, PGDCA and CCC. Certified by NILIT and NCPUL, Ministry of Education, Government of India. Free soft skills spoken English class and scholarship facilities are also available. Prospectus and registration forms are available at Nirma Computer Academy, All Lambuland near GP Women College, and Human Technologies, Kwakaitel Bazaar, Imphal near Traffic Point. For more details, please contact 878-758-3445.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today asserted that modern development work being undertaken by the centre is changing the face of Delhi and modernizing the national capital. Speaking after inaugurating the main tunnel and 5 underpasses of the Pragati Maidan Integrated Transit Corridor project, PM Modi cited a number of initiatives including Eastern and Western Peripheral Expressways, more than doubling of metro tracks in Delhi NCR and the Delhi-Meerut Highway, among other things, as steps taken by his government to solve the region's problems. Delhi has received a beautiful infrastructure gift from the central government, the Prime Minister said after inaugurating the project. He noted that the project will help save 55 lakh litres of fuel and cut down pollution. PM Modi said his government looks at increasing urbanization as an opportunity and has been working to boost ease of living for the people. As protests against the centre's Agnipath scheme continue in several parts of the country, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is scheduled to hold a meeting at his residence today. Sources said the tri-service chiefs are expected to attend the meeting and discuss the rollout of the scheme and ways to pacify agitators. This is the second such meeting called by Rajnath Singh in 2 days. In a significant move, the Ministry of Home Affairs on Saturday announced that 10% vacancies would be reserved in Central Armed Police Forces and Assam Rifles for Agnivers. The MHA also decided to give 3 years age relaxation beyond the prescribed upper age limit to Agniveers for recruiting in CAPFS and Assam Rifles. Further, for the first batch of Agniveer, the age relaxation will be for 5 years beyond the prescribed upper age limit, the MHA added. It is pertinent to note that upon completion of the 4 years tenure, Agniveers will be getting selection priorities under CAPF as all the 7 different security forces comprising Assam Rifles AR, Border Security Forces BSF, Central Industrial Security Forces CISF, Central Reserve Police Forces CRPF, Indo-Tibetan Border Police ITBP, National Security Guard NSG, and Sashastra Sima Bal SSB. Earlier, speaking of the employment opportunities for Agniveers, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said that upon completion of 4 years of Agniveers, many central ministers and state governments, including public sector undertakings, PSUs and corporations, will give them job priorities. The flood situation in the northeast looks grim, with Assam and Meghalaya emerging as the worst hit. At least 42 people have died and nearly 40 lakh have been affected in both the states. Assam has been reeling under devastating floods, with 32 of the northeastern states, 33 districts now inundated by floods. At least 8 people have died in the last 24 hours. More than 30 lakh people have been affected by the floods in 32 districts of the state, and over 4,000 villages have been affected, officials said. On Saturday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke to Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma and assured all possible help from the central government to the disaster-hit state. On the other hand, more than 5 lakh people have been affected in the neighboring Meghalaya, where 2 major national highways remain cut off due to heavy damage due to landslides. It may be mentioned that Chief Minister Conrad Sangma has announced a compensation of Rs 4 lakh to the family of each of the deceased. The Tripura government has also urged the centre to send essential supplies via Bangladesh, as the road link to the state are cut off due to landslides. US health authorities cleared the Pfizer and Moderna COVID-19 vaccines for children aged 5 and younger in a move President Joe Biden greeted as a monumental step in the fight against the virus. The United States became the first country to approve use of the mRNA vaccines for children as young as 6 months. The US Food and Drug Administration FDA had on Friday authorized their emergency use for young children who previously had to be at least 5 to receive the vaccine. The vaccines require further clearance from the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), the country's leading public health agency, and they received that on Saturday. Once the green light was received from the FDA, the US government began distributing millions of doses of the vaccine across the country. Biden promised that parents could begin scheduling appointments as early as next week to have their young children vaccinated at hospitals, clinics, pharmacies, and doctors' offices. Now, before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top stories once again. Chief Minister N. Biren emphasizes need for people to understand merits, demerits of border fencing, says fencing work will not be taken up until border issues resolved. Chief Minister Biren urges people to start protection of environment with oneself. Incessant rain affects normal life, causes landslides in None, Tamenglong districts. And Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee distributes relief items to 69 evicted families of Waitho. And that brings us to the end of today's English News Bulletin. Keep watching Mami TV for latest news updates. Thanks for watching.
Others Eye Clinic, a unit of Others Medicare Services, Porampaj Jenims Main Gate opposite Axis Bank. OPD timing 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Sunday. Facilities available: comprehensive eye care, cataract surgery, glaucoma clinic, oncology, oncology and aesthetic clinic, cornea and dry eye clinic, medical retina, optical store, OCT, perimetry, yak laser. Free OPD every Saturday. Please contact 600-910-8789.
Welcome you all to UNACO Residential School at Chanum, Imphal East. An exclusive co-education residential school located on a sprawling 50-acre campus will be affiliated to CBSE New Delhi. First academic session will begin in April 2023 for classes 4 to 8. Hurry up for registration.
Nirma Computer Academy and Human Technologies. Admission open for 1-year diploma in computer application, DCA, PGDCA and CCC. Certified by NILIT and NCPUL, Ministry of Education, Government of India. Free soft skills spoken English class and scholarship facilities are also available. Prospectus and registration forms are available at Nirma Computer Academy, All Lambuland near GP Women College, and Human Technologies, Kwakaitel Bazaar, Imphal near Traffic Point. For more details, please contact 878-758-3445. Others